Welcome to Noel's Garden Crackers and Firewood. And today is Sunday, February 18th. And it's time for the fireside chat. So we'll go from a nice warm looking picture to a very cold looking picture. Anyway, it seems that we got snow last night. And as far as I knew, we weren't supposed to get any. We got some, but that's not very much. And it's certainly not worthwhile taking the tractor or whatever out to move that. But it is. This morning it was, I think, windier than this. And it was blowing snow, and it was kind of nasty there for a while. And what was it supposed to be today? I think it's supposed to be sun and cloud, but it looks like it's all sun. And we'll go have a look at the weather. And we are right now at -8. The west-southwest wind of gusts of 46. So yeah, the wind has gone down some. The wind chill is -17 Celsius, and Fahrenheit will be 17 degrees. Oh, they're still saying drifting snow. So here's our forecast. Chance of flurries tomorrow. And then we have Tuesday, Wednesday are nice days, and we're back into snow again. So, and then periods of snow Thursday night, Thursday snow. Friday morning is cloudy, and then Friday night is snow. And then Saturday morning is, or Saturday is chance of flurries. So I thought that spring was here the other day, but obviously it's not, I guess. So anyway, the other day, just 2 days ago, I think. Let's see if I can switch this here. No, wrong one. That one was the other day. Look at that. It was showing sunshine all week up to Friday. Anyway, it's amazing how it can change. So anyway, I thought spring was here. And it wasn't. So we'll have a quick little fireside chat here today. I'll have to try and remember what I was going to chat about. And to get you set up here, just hang on a second now. There, I guess that's it. Let's try that maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let's go over this way a little bit maybe. Yeah, don't be zooming in on those things on that calendar there. They're bad for you. All right, there we go. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I don't have any stickers to place. And What else? Well, I got my wood fixed up here the other day. Maybe I'll take you over and show you that. It'll be exciting. So we had a wood fall down there the other day inside. So I got that fixed up. I took down some of the wood that was at the back row and placed it out on this front row. So things are pretty good there now. I can kind of get up on my ladder and use my pickaroon. If you're doing firewood, you should have one of them. And I can get those longer pieces at the back. Now, what I did notice here, I'll have to do something with it when all the wood is out, but my cabinet has fallen down. You can see that broken piece on the back there, and then the gap on the right side door. And I'd say the left side door is the one that's holding it up at the moment. So I've got to fix that or remove it, or I don't use that cabinet. I might as well take it down and get rid of it. Maybe. See if my son wants it. Or try and find another place in here for it. That'd be quite a challenge, wouldn't it? Anyway. I'll get you set back up here. Just like that. Now, remember what I said about over here in this right-hand corner, top right-hand corner there. Don't be looking at those things. They're bad for you. So, I'll talk about my son's snowblower that we kind of changed the gearing on last weekend. And yeah, he tried it through the week. Now, we did get a little bit of snow through the week there. So he seems to think that it works better. And what he was into this time was not heavy wet snow, it was just normal, good snow to move. So it worked good, he said. So I think it's going to help us. You know, the poor tractor's only 16 horsepower, so you can only expect so much out of it. And it does very well for that. Now that cab tractor that I have that didn't sneak into the video today yet, it's also 16 horsepower, but the diesel tractor's got much more power than that one does. That's one of mine with the cab. Anyway, so that was a good thing. That's kind of a positive note that you can change the gearing on your snowblower to make it work better. Now, a lot of people want the snowblower to speed up so they can throw the snow further. Well, yeah, that's a thing to do if you've got light enough and small amounts of snow and you have the horsepower to run it. If you get into heavy wet snow with something that's speeded up, it'll take too much power out of the engine, and you'll find that the engine will bog down and the revs will be gone and you won't be throwing snow very far. So in my mind, you're better off slowing the blower down and be able to keep the engine revs up and still be able to blow snow a good distance. That's just my thinking now. There's all kinds of people on the internet that are trying to speed their snow throwers up. Well, any that I've done, I've slowed them down. So, and they work a lot better. Just my opinion. I don't mean for you to go and do that. Anyway, there are places that sell parts for case tractors, and one of them, I just can't remember the name of it right offhand. I kind of do, but I don't want to say it wrong. But they sell parts, new and used, for case tractors. They're in the New England area in the USA. And they design and make different kits for case tractors to fix front end parts. And my point is they make a kit to put on your snowcaster to speed it up. And he has videos of that, and they're excellent working machines. Yeah. Anyway, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't do that. If I was going to do anything, I'd be slowing mine down a bit. But that's just me. There's also kits for the John Deere, for the snow thrower. Change the cog on it to speed it up. Now, where was I going with that, I guess? Too bad you can't remember what you're thinking about a minute ago. Oh yeah, the snow blowers. Yeah. Anyway, my son's working good, so that's a good thing. So I was over at my son's yesterday, and he had bought a 2017 Ford Escape with what they said had a bad motor. So the story on this motor, like, it still runs and it still ran, and it sounded like, to me, it sounded like it had a top end problem and not necessarily a bottom end problem. So anyway, my son and I got looking at it. Of course, my son knows all this stuff. I don't know. I'm just standing there looking. So he proceeded to take a few things apart there yesterday, and he looked at the cam bearings on the top, and they were good. And he did find a little bit of metal flake in the engine oil. Very, very little. I couldn't really see it, but he could see it. So he knew something happened. So he took out all the spark plugs, and he's got one of those cameras that you can fish down inside of cylinders or whatever to have a look around. And sure enough, one cylinder, the cylinder is all scraped. So it either ran out of oil, or that was a cylinder that was getting antifreeze into it. And that's a normal problem with that engine. So he was hoping, but he was prepared, but he was hoping that maybe he could fix the engine if it was just a top end problem. But it's not a top end problem. It is definitely an engine cylinder piston ring problem, and be very unlikely that you could even get a piston and rings, or even find anybody to bore the cylinder out and And like I say, they probably couldn't get oversized pistons. That stuff just gets thrown out today, and you get another one. That's the way it is. Anyway, he because he works at Ford, he knows where to get that stuff. He's going to order a short block and all the gaskets required on Tuesday, and he says he'll have all the parts by Wednesday. That's quite a thing. So anyway, that's what he's going to do. He's going to put an engine in it, and he figures he'll still be all right, even with the cost of all that. It's still not going to be over too bad, and if he did want to sell it, he could probably still make money on it. But he's not. That's not what the car is for. It's for family use. So that's the story on the little Escape. So it's pretty sad, nowadays. Years ago when they made cast iron engines, I don't know. I don't remember having troubles like that with engines. That's just a common thing nowadays. You basically know when you buy something like that the engine's going to go in. That's pretty bad. Ford did have a recall on those engines, and this car has got too many kilometers on it, so it's out of warranty. So it's out of luck that way. So anyway, I'll keep you updated on what goes on. It's probably going to take a while to do. Apparently it takes 22 or 23 hours by the book to do this job. So, and it's just something he's going to be doing nights and weekends. So anyway, I think it'll come along good, and he'll have a good little car out of it. And apparently the new short block that you get for these cars has that problem of leaking antifreeze is fixed, so it doesn't happen again. So that's a good thing. Well, what else was I going to say? I just watched a video from Rick at Twin Brook Acres, and he's got a little series going on there about antique tools, so that's kind of neat. And the one I watched today was a tube tester, like the old TVs and stuff like that used to have tubes and radios, and so this was quite a big tool back in the day. It could do all that testing and could test other electrical items too. So you should go and watch that video on Twin Brook Acres. Rick has got a good tool there on today for his video. It's kind of like like a lot of things nowadays. Back then you fixed your TV. Today you just, and I won't even call them a TV, but they just throw them out. That's sad, that. But anyway, that's the way the world is. And I still have that old TV that my mother and father had. And I remember the guy coming to the house and changing tubes in it. Anyway, eventually they got a new TV, but my father, being the way he is, he took out all the TV components, all the glass where you look into and all the stuff inside. He put shelves in it and put doors on it and made a cabinet out of it because it was a nice looking floor model type TV. And they would have bought it in about 1963, I believe. Anyway, go have a look at Rick's video today, Twin Brook Acres. I don't know how many he's going to do, but he's going to have a different tool every week, I think is what he's going to do. And he put up a couple of stickers there today, Retired for Life and RCAF Polar Express. The other one I was watching today, Logger John 01 or 01, I don't know which it is, but anyway, Logger John. And he's got a great old Massey Ferguson tractor there. And he was out cutting up an ash tree there today. He's been doing that for the last few videos. So he gets in and he cuts down the ash tree and cuts it up and hooks it up to the Massey Ferguson tractor. And away he goes with it. Now I can't remember for sure, and I know I asked John, and I know he told me, but I think it's a 1962, and it is a Massey Ferguson 50 gasoline engine. But anyway, nice tractor. It's got the 3-speed transmission with the high-low range, so you get 6 speeds forward and 2 speeds backwards. So it's quite an updated version compared to my 1951 Ferguson tractor. Yes, sir. That 62 that John has got is modern compared to mine. Anyway, yeah, great old tractor. He's got a set of chains on it, and yeah, pick up pretty well. I think you could pick up pretty well anything, and away you go with it. And tractor engine is just kind of idling along. It's not racing or anything. So yeah, dandy tractor. So what else did I watch today? Oh, I watched Dave's RCAF Polar Express this morning too. That's my morning Sunday ritual, is watch Dave's video. And he was out with his Mahindra tractor digging up snowbank and putting the snow up against the house at the foundation. And that acts as an insulator, and it works great. That's just a great thing for insulating the house. So that's what he was up to today. You should go watch that too. Dave is quite an entertaining fella and has lots of great information. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to go and look and see if the time is on this thing and see if it's going to run out on me or not. I can never remember. Oh yeah, okay, well, we're at 23 minutes. What else? I had something on my mind now, and I went and did that, and now I can't remember. I still didn't get to my mowing deck that's just in behind you here. Another week gone by. Yeah. Maybe this week. Tomorrow is a holiday. Called Islander Day. So I got tomorrow off. Anyway, there was some snow this week. I had the case out. I put out a little thing to see which tractor you wanted me to use. So I asked that, and I'd say I probably got 90% of the people that answered wanted to see the case out doing the snow. So that's what I did. But I had the John Deere sitting right outside here, just in case. Just in case it didn't work. Anyway, there wasn't a whole lot of snow came down there through the week, so But we got her all cleaned up, and we'll see what happens this weekend coming. Like I say, they're showing a bit of snow coming there, but I did see another rumor that it was going to be all rain, which it very well could be. We're getting to that time of year where it could be warm enough to rain, but we won't know until it happens because the weather people don't know. So that's that. What else now? I don't know what else to tell you. Wife and I were kind of joking this morning that I should get a special guest in, but she wouldn't come out, so no, that's not her thing. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. The fire's going down a bit, so I better get some wood. So I better try and make next week more productive somehow. I got to look at that mowing deck up there, and there's a mowing deck over here that I got to look at. There's nothing really wrong with it. I just got to clean it and make sure there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. But I don't know what I'm going to find with that mowing deck for the Massey Ferguson 7. And if I do find something, where am I ever going to get parts for it? That's the thing about having this old garden tractor stuff. You just don't go to the store and buy parts for it. You know, 40 and 50 years ago you could, but not nowadays. All right, I guess I'm going to end it there. I did see a fellow doing push-ups here this week. Ronaldo, Big Son's lawn care, he did a short on doing push-ups. Anyway, I'm not doing it. I'm still doing my exercise, but I'm not going to show you me doing push-ups. There's nothing too exciting about that. So I guess that's it. All right. We'll chat at you later. We'll see what I can come up with for a video. And through the week. One thing I know I got to do, and I'll just wait and see what the snow that we have now, what it does tomorrow. But I got to get it. I've got to get my MF12 with the loader out and dig out the snow off of my sand pile and sand most of the driveway because it's slippy in places. So, and the season is coming up for that more because as we get into March, melts, freezes, and that's when we get the worst slippiness on the driveway. So, but I think I will do it this week. I'll get the 12 out and do that, hopefully. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. I got them two motors there I got to do something with. I got to move that leaking beeping chainsaw somewhere. I think I might as well give it away, I think. Anyway, Have a good day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. And we'll see you later. Goodbye now.